responses. Now, let me quickly ask you one other. Smoking cannabis is the most common form of consumption of it. We have had campaigns for a number of years on trying to reduce both adults and youth in smoking of tobacco. And there has been very substantial improvements, reductions in tobacco smoking in our country. I don't have any statistics, particularly on youth. The Non-Smokers' Rights Association thinks it's gone from 50% in 1960s to 15% in 2013, which is a big reduction. And part of it is perhaps due to the packaging and other things in the campaigns that have been held, but people just waking up to the knowledge of how harmful it is, of course, is a key part of it as well. Well, with these anti-smoking campaigns that we've had for tobacco, would these kind of things work in terms of the smoking of cannabis by youth? I'll start with
So I worked on a study during my PhD. We published an article in 2016 around the denormalization of tobacco. So a lot of it was certainly linked to big policy changes in terms of packaging and the like. So those things are one tool that are effective in reducing rates of smoking. So this project looked at 4 cities, and it looked at young adult tobacco use rates. But what we found was one of the most common reasons why people actually reduced tobacco over the long term was because the health harms were becoming increasingly known. So it was actually the health harms that really led to a drastic reduction in a lot of tobacco use. So I would say that while this packaging and labeling requirements are certainly part of a strict regulatory policy, that is just one piece. I think that education and harm reduction are the other.
Okay, Mr. Barnes?
The other issues that you have to take into account is that nicotine is a different drug than cannabis. Cannabis is a hallucinogen. It's a mood-altering drug. Tobacco does not alter mood. So for that portion of the population that smokes either or, that portion of the population that is close to either dependent or just getting there, you're going to have a great deal more difficulty getting them off cannabis than you will getting them off nicotine.
Okay. All right.
I just
Very
think that
quickly, because we run out of
just
time.
think it's got to be part of the education piece, that understanding that, inhaling cannabis, the body wasn't made to inhale smoke. I mean, the lungs are not designed for that. So they have to understand that there is harm in smoking versus other ways to consume.